Well, the higher limits are to make sure that workers who received cost of living raises aren't pushed into higher tax brackets when their standard of living hasn't changed. Let's talk about it all now with financial advisor and CPA David Peters. David, thanks for your time tonight. How significant are these tax changes?
I mean, I think that it's a step in the right direction, but I'm not sure that for a lot of American families, if it's really happening fast enough, because, again, we're going to have to wait until the first of the year before we really see anything. And then the other thing is, too, is that I'm not really sure how much of a difference it's really going to make. I mean, people have really been hit hard by inflation over the last year or so, and the question is whether or not that's really going to make enough of a difference in most people's lives.
Yeah, I guess the problem might be, too, that we don't know yet how high inflation is going to be next year, because we're looking a year out now. But is there any specific advice, rather, that you would give to taxpayers at this point ahead of this next year's filing?
Well, I would say that, that really the plan hasn't changed a whole lot. I still think that the big issue right now is purchasing power, which is, how much I can really get with the dollars that I have. It's great to get a few more dollars in my pocket, especially, when that first paycheck comes at the first of the year. It's great to have an increase in the standard deduction. But, right now, I think it's important for us to take a hard look at our budgets and try to expenses that we don't need. I think really trying to take a hard look at where we're spending our money, I think that that's really the thing that we should be doing right now.
Yeah. Is there any downside rather, that you can see to this new move?
I don't think that there's really a downside. I do think it's a step in the right direction. I just wonder whether or not it's enough. We did see the big increase in the amount of Social Security that people are going to be getting with the COLA increase there. And then we see this increase in the standard deduction. We see the increase in the top of the tax brackets. It's interesting to see this in a lot of ways. This is not really something that we see adjustments in these things every year, but not to this extent. And it'll be interesting to see if we see more of it as we move into the 2023 calendar year.
Right. So, David, we're seeing reports that the high price of goods and services is probably here to stay for a while. Prices aren't going to be coming back down. I mean, the price of eggs, butter, sugar alone are exorbitant. I paid over $5 for a carton of eggs the other day here in Georgia. Do you think this means more significant tax adjustments could come in the future?
I think that it's very possible, because I think we are starting to see the IRS and the taxing authorities try to adjust for inflation. I mean, inflation has been plaguing us as a country for the last year or so, and this is just them realizing it and trying to do something about it. So I don't think that this is we're not out of the woods yet. I think that we still have to get to the first of the year before we're going to realize anything from these adjustments. And I think it's very possible that you could see more in the future. Certainly, everybody is aware now that inflation is a real thing, and it is something that is hurting us. And so it's a step in the right direction. The question is whether or not it's enough.
Yeah, interesting. It's the number one issue on most voters' mind as we approach the midterm elections. Even the wealthiest Americans getting these tax breaks. So what does that tell you?
Well, I think that a couple of things that I would say is that the wealthiest Americans, they're going to get the tax breaks as well, at least in terms of the tax brackets. If you are already itemizing your deductions, then a raise in the standard deduction probably doesn't do anything for you, because it won't actually affect you if your itemized deductions are high enough. That's the thing about tax law is that, if we're going to make a change like that in the brackets, it's going to affect everybody, even folks that are doing significantly better than others.
All right. David Peters, we appreciate your help tonight, your insight in all of this, and look forward to speaking with you again about this matter. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Julie.